What's going on, people? It's Raphael, aka Versatile, aka Versatile Onochie, aka Raphael Onochie, aka Raphael Onochie-Obayuwana, aka Versatile Onochie-Obayuwana. So, was slavery a choice? Yes, it was a choice. It still is a choice. You know, over the years growing up, my foster mum always told me, you always have a choice. And granted, yes, sometimes in a moment when you do things, I've said things like, I never had a choice, I never had a choice. But really, truly, when you deep it, you do have a choice. You always have a choice. And you're always making a choice. You're always making a decision, whether it's on a subconscious level or a conscious level. Now, let's break it down even further. For 400 years, come on, man. But let's look at it from another angle of, okay, let's say I was working in Woolworths for 2 weeks for work experience. I believe it was in year 10. Now, I remember one of the employees, she said she was there for 10 years. 10 years. And immediately, my mind was like, if I was there for 10 years, okay, and she wasn't even a manager or deputy manager or area manager, I would have been the area manager by then. 100%. Don't get it twisted. See, I'm a very ambitious guy. Look, now I even own my own businesses. Come on, I'm an ambitious guy. Even when I was working in Tesco for what, 2 years, 3 years. Like within 6 months, I could have been a team leader. Within 6 months. But I just declined because at the end of the day, that wasn't my mission. My goal was to do my music. That was my goal. Do you see what I mean? That was my mission. But anyway, let me not waffle on. I just wanted to give you a breakdown. So I made a choice to not do that, be a team leader. I made a choice to be my own boss, my own leader, and do my own thing. So at the end of the day, you always got a choice. Now, if you're looking at from another point of view, mostly you think of slavery as the physical brutality of people working for free and stuff like that. Yeah, that is true to a degree. But look at it. Look how many revolts that there was. There were so many revolts. They had a choice. They did whatever they could to actually be free. Why do you think they had all these chains and everything to stop them running away? And they used the ones that they did catch to use them as an example of this is what will happen to you if you try to run away. To just instilling fear into them. So then it becomes a thing where on a subconscious level, you're like, okay, well, I kind of value my life. Not even kind of, you value your life. So it's like, what's the point in running away? Might as well just keep doing this thing. We're eating anyway. But look, at the end of the day, I wasn't there. Nobody, like, we can't really say what was going on in the hearts and minds of people that were enslaved. Okay, you got to look into your own personal ancestry and look into it that way. For example, with my own personal ancestry, from what I know so far, you know, don't take it personal, but from my side, we weren't ever enslaved. Now, don't get it twisted. We did come in contact with the British savages, and my ancestor did what he had to do. Do you see what I mean? Like, so I'll be honest with you. I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing that he did. So you got to look at it from so many angles. Was it a choice? 100%. Now you got to look at another choice of another angle. Look at Roots. With Roots, oh man, that was supposed to be the depiction of Alex Haley's family ancestry, which according to Dick Gregory, That's false. However, you still got to look into that deeply. So, I remember clearly when they were whipping Kunta Kente and they were trying to change his name to saying, you know, what is your name? My name is Kunta Kente. Whip! What is your name? My name is Kunta Kente. Kept saying it. He kept on saying his name so much until they said, "No, your name is Toby." And eventually, he said his name was Toby. But even if you look into that movie or series, whatever you want to call it, even Kunta Kente and the rest of his family, I remember they tried to run away. They made a choice. They even cut off his foot because he was a runaway slave. Like, there's so many things. Like, even like Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, there's like so many. Look at the Haitian Revolution. They made a choice. They made a flipping choice to flipping revolt. Obviously, some died in the process, but you put your life on the line. Because it's a survival thing. Because obviously, at the end of the day, if you're not feeling... Like, when you're a toddler, or not even when you're a toddler, it's like, when you don't like something, you don't do it again. Like, my first mom used to tell me, if you touch fire, you will get burnt. If you play with fire, you will get burnt. And obviously, if I was to do that, touch fire, play with it, get burnt, and I don't like that feeling, I'm not going to do it again. Because I don't like that feeling. So that's the thing. And there's the fear factor in it, as I was mentioning. But then even if you like that Eric Killmonger character from the Black Panther movie or the Marvel Universe, whatever you want to call it, listen to this is the quote he says in the movie. This is the exact quote. I had to pull this up. "Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from ships because they knew death was better than bondage." So you can get at people and say someone is crazy or whatever. The only reason why you got pissed off with the fact that Kanye West made that statement is because that soundbite, okay, that soundbite was edited. I had a feeling that it was edited. I said it under the comment section under Words on the Curb UK's Twitter. I mentioned it. I said it's edited. I just knew it. And then when I saw the full 30-minute video and I watched it fully, I'm like, alright, yeah, Kanye knows what he's talking about. Like, even if another person said it, I would have still like agreed with, okay, yeah, they're right. And the funny thing is, do you know what he said? He even said that hasn't felt this confident, or okay, I can't remember, maybe I'm paraphrasing it, but he said he hasn't felt this confident about himself or whatever since his mum passed. So anyone that says he's mentally ill, speak to him. And I said this in the previous video, if you're going to talk about another man and you're a man, then you're not a man, you're a boy. Look at the problem and find a solution. The problem is people are still slaves. They're still enslaved. The solution that I'm doing or we're doing with the Akib Ulan Trust is rebuilding the infrastructure within the African and Caribbean diaspora. And that is where we're trying to rebuild the education system through the power of our workshops. So join those workshops, attend it, and then it's where you go from there. Because obviously I can't control how you react or whatever. Because obviously you took offense to that soundbite, which that's fair enough. You took offense. But now it's time to deep the problem, find a solution, which I just suggested, and we just go on from there. Because if you're working in a place for so many years and you don't like it, you're a slave. People out there's so many people that's enslaved to money because they got to pay bills. They got to do. You ain't got to do shit. But yeah, that's me on this subject. It was longer than usual, but hey, it's worth it.